Hello, I'm Bill Hurl, President and CEO of Immunomic Therapeutics. I'd like to spend a little time today talking with you about your immune system and what an important role that plays in your health. Immunology is one of the most complex fields of biology. The immune system has so many different types of cells that play so many different roles. It's a very complicated system. It's a wonder that it functions at all. And so it's absolutely key to our daily survival that your immune system is in good working order. When we think about immunology or we think about our immune system, very often what really comes to mind is, hey, I need to go get a vaccine. I don't want to get the flu. I don't want my kids to get the measles. And so we don't really think about all the pieces that are involved in how that works. I'd just like to take a few minutes and tell you a little bit about how your immune system works and how it plays into everything from your daily lives when you get a cut, through trying to prevent diseases through vaccines, to even how it plays a role in cancer. Let's take a look at what the immune system is really all about. It's got two major components to it. Part of it is responsible for learning what's going on in the outside world, and so it's kind of a keep track of everything that comes in and making sure that it belongs or it doesn't belong. And then there's the part that's always there from the day you're born, sort of what's referred to as the innate immune system. That's kind of your baseline immunity against everyday bugs that kind of pop in. And you've also got a component which involves cells that are designed to wipe out or kill bad cells that are infected. So you have both the side of the immune system that's responsible for making antibodies, which is called humoral immunity, and you have cellular immunity, which is responsible for killing off infected cells. And so even just listening to this very high-level description of the immune system, you're probably thinking, I'm confused already. Well, so am I. So you're not alone. I like to say that the immune system is proof of alien intervention in human biology because it's so complicated, and really in humans, we have the most complicated immune system on the planet. If you were to take a road map of your immune system and all the types of cells, it would look like the transit authority of the New York City metro system to kind of figure out all the cells, all the stops, all kind of converging on the key center point in Grand Central Terminal. Say we get a cut on our finger, and now we have some bacteria that's exposed to your body. How do you respond to that? Normally what you see is that you have white blood cells kind of rush to the scene, and they mop up all the bacteria and debris that's there and chew it up into little pieces. And so they actually perform two functions. They kill what's there, and then they learn about what's there. So let's say it's a bacteria, even say a Staph aureus or something, and so you get an infection. Your white blood cells learn about what's there, and then they go and teach the rest of the immune system to mobilize its attack against that, and so you actually keep the infection from spreading. Or, kind of more commonly, you get a cold, runny nose, or cough. You've got some sort of viral infection, most likely, mild viral infection. And again, your immune system tracks down those virus particles and goes and teaches the immune system to respond, and it teaches it to respond in two ways. One is to make antibodies, which are specialized proteins that are just targeted to pick up and clear out any of these bad proteins or particles that just do not belong. The other part of the immune system is the cellular immunity. And so if you have a cell that's infected with a virus, you really don't want that cell hanging around. So your body says, hey, I see you've got this bad cell. I'm going to send one of your immune cells to take that cell out. So a cytotoxic T cell, or a killer T cell, goes to the site of the infected cell, attaches to it, and actually just blows the cell up. It's really rather remarkable. And in the process, it leaves behind the remnants of the cell. The rest of your immune system comes in and mops all that up and says, okay, we want to make sure if there's any more of this coming around, we clear it right out. So it's an ongoing process that goes with learning about things that come in, identifying what doesn't belong, and then teaching the appropriate cells in a concerted way to clear all of that out. It's an amazing function of your body. and it's what helps keep you healthy on a daily basis. Some of you may know about transplant and transplant surgery, where somebody would get a tissue from another person that's closely related, but they're never identical. And so what you hear about is tissue rejection. What happens there is your immune system sees that tissue and says, hey, that doesn't look like me, it doesn't belong here, I'm going to kill it. And so what they do now is they give you special drugs to keep your own immune system from fighting against those tissues. But on a daily basis, your body goes through that process every day. All of your cells, every cell in your body has an important molecule in it that is called MHC1. And this MHC1 protein is always going into all your cells and pulling out little pieces of protein and sticking it on the outside of the cell and say, hey, check this out and make sure this is me. And so that pulling is going on 100% of the time on every cell of your body. And if your body sees a cell that's aberrant, whether it's infected with a virus or it's just gone haywire and started growing, making proteins it wasn't supposed to, that's when your immune system says, oh, that cell doesn't belong, I think we should kill it. So it mobilizes the immune system and brings killer T cells to the spot, and that cell is eliminated. When cancer evolves, what actually is going on in part is the cancer cell has found a way to evade that immune system surveillance. And so over a period of time, it finds a way to keep dodging the immune system and these killer T cells, which are supposed to kill it. In a big way, what we're looking at is the immune system has failed in its job to protect you from cancer. That's why right now some of the most popular drugs on the market are things like Opdivo, Keytruda, and drugs in that family, which are called PD-1 drugs and checkpoint inhibitors. And so your immune system has naturally a way of kind of saying, hey, don't get too excited about some of this stuff and leave this alone because this is really you. Cancer cells figured out, hey, we can take advantage of that system to avoid being killed so we can keep growing like crazy. So when you get a checkpoint inhibitor, what that actually is doing is taking the brakes off the immune system so those killer T cells can go find your cancerous cells and kill them. It's a very important process. So a big part of what we try to do at Immunomic Therapeutics is also to harness the immune system to help it see things that it should naturally be seeing, but for some reason it isn't. For instance, we're looking at brain cancer. The brain cancer tissue in the tumor from a glioblastoma has a protein there that doesn't belong. Your immune system should be able to see it, but sometimes it just needs a little help. So vaccines are designed to come in and teach the immune system how to go find things that it should naturally see. So we take advantage of this to treat these cancer patients. You take advantage of it now to get your COVID vaccine so you can eliminate the COVID-19 virus before you become infected. Every year you take a flu shot because flu is a moving target. It's always moving, always changing. So you want your immune system to be prepared. So always taking advantage of all the tools that the doctor has gives you your best chance to be healthy. Sometimes your immune system needs a little bit of help. You might get an antibiotic to help beat down bacteria until your immune system can come along and mop up the remains of an infection. These are all pieces of medicine that help your immune system be successful. So I know it's a complicated story, and I hope I didn't make it more confusing for you, but I think it's really important that we all understand that a healthy immune system is vital to our overall health and well-being. So do everything you can, eat well, take your vaccines when they're available, and make sure that you take good care of your immune system so it can take good care of you.